Hey, my name is Etchem from Flight Hacks. Today we will talk about Airspeed Indicator. What is Airspeed Indicator of aircraft? The Airspeed Indicator is an instrument that displays the measured speed at which an aircraft is moving through the air. This indicator is one of three cockpit instruments that are part of the pitot static system. The Airspeed Indicator is an FOO, a required instrument used primarily to provide guidance during climbs, descents, and landings. And we'll start with the white arc that you see right here. The white arc represents the flap operating range in your aircraft at the bottom of the white arc. The airspeed limitation called VSO. V stand for velocity, S stand for stalling. Now O stand for operation in a certain configuration, and in this case, the configuration is the lowest allowable airspeed, with the flaps and the landing gear down, or the landing configuration. Operation below this airspeed, in the landing configuration, will allow the airplane to stall. Now at the top of the white arc is the airspeed limitation called VFE. Again, V stand for velocity, F stand for flaps, and E is extension. Now this is the maximum speed at which flight is allowed with the flaps extended. Let's take a look at another airspeed limitation, is VS1. Again, V stand for velocity, S stand for stall, but this configuration 1. This means that with flaps up or in a clean configuration, if you fly below this airspeed, with wraps up, the airplane will stall. Remember, this VS1 is the stalling speed in a clean configuration, and VSO is the stalling speed in the landing configuration with the flaps and gear down. Now the green arc represents the normal operating range of the aircraft. At the top of green arc is a speed called VNO. That is really highest allowable airspeed under most operating parameters. You may from time to time head onto the yellow arc if the air is very smooth, but just like a street sign. Remember that yellow means caution. Now the air get bumpy, reduce your speed to a speed within the green arc. Now the yellow arc represents something called the caution range operating at the airspeeds. In this range requires caution, and you should only fly at these speed in smooth air. At the very top of the yellow arc is a red line. We call this red line V and E. Now V stand for velocity again, and is for never, E is for exceed, which means never exceed speeds above this red line. If you do, risk the likelihood of structural damage to the aircraft. Now there are also some airspeed limitations that are not marked on the airspeed indicator, but you need to know them. Just the same, first of all, V is for maneuvering speed, and this is the speed at which full control deflections will not cause structural damage to aircraft. The aircraft will stall before G loads can cause damage. V can be found by looking in the pilot's operating handbooks for the particular aircraft you are flying. Another airspeed limitation not depicted on the airspeed indication is VLE, which is the maximum landing gear extension speed. This is maximum speed you can safely lower the landing gear on an aircraft with retractable gear. Another speed is VX, and that's the best angle of climb speed. It provides the greatest altitude gain for a given distance. Finally, VY is the best rate of climb speed. It provides the greatest altitude gain for a given period of time. Please subscribe our channel Flight Hacks and press bell icon for new updates. Thank you.